Okay. So, today, these scissors are a little dirty. Today, I finally got my box of Marvel superhero magic cards. And we're going to be opening them. Let's see. Yeah, I don't need that. Oh, that's just how much I paid. But yeah, a play booster. Now, I ordered this off of TCG Player. Came from. I'm going to get this right. It's either VACA Shop or VA Cash Shop or VACA Shop. I don't know. I don't know. I'm dumb, so I don't know. But that's where we got it from. At least, well, that's where it came from. So we'll know how good this is. Yeah, it ain't perfect. I figure if they were gonna, somebody was gonna tamper with it, they would make it perfect. So I think that's why we always open these on stream, just to make sure there's no tampering. Guaranteed foil in every pack. Wow, that is such a selling point. That really is. Holy shit. Come on, up up. But yeah, that ain't bad. Looks nice. Too bad you'll probably never see it like that. Yeah, scan. Just cover the coolest cards. I've already got, well, a few. Not much in here. Don't need that. Okay. Well, ladies first. So we'll get right on it. Now, are we going to read every card we come across? Absolutely. Why wouldn't we? Yo. You packs are bad opens. Anyway. Try to do it like that. Yeah, that works. So, no, it's not the best, but it works. Whatever. Atlantis attacks. Teamwork 4 has an additional cost to cast the spell. You may tap any number of creatures you control with total power 4 or more. Okay. And then you choose one. If the spell is cast using teamwork, choose both instead. Okay. Target player creates a 6/5 Blue Leviathan creature token with hexproof, and or return one or two target non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Not bad. Okay, those feel different. I don't know how to explain it, but whatever. Okay, Widow's Bite. Instant Teamwork 3. Choose one. No, or if Teamwork, both. Target creature gains death touch until the end of turn, and target creature gets -2/-2 till the end of turn. Not bad. That's so. Raft Security Officer. 2 and tap. This card. Tap target creature. This ability costs 1 less to activate if the target creature is. If the target is a creature with a. If it targets a creature with less than 3 power. Fuck, I can't read. At all. Call damage control. Choose up to 2. Return those cards. Yeah, choose up to 2. And return those cards from graveyard to your hand. Artifact, creature, enchantment, or land. You can choose 2 of those. Okay, interesting. For only 2? For only 2 mana? That's a little overpowered. Crimson Operative. Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Okay, until the end of turn. Okay. When this creature attacks, exile top card from your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Okay. Interesting. But not for free, I guess. Giant Growth. That's a reprint. I remember that. I got that in Strixhaven. So yeah, it's reprint. Target creature gets +3/+3 until the end of turn. Not terrible. Aim Synthoids. When this creature enters, Surveil 2. Ooh. Not bad. Speedball. Whenever a player casts a spell, a target Speedball, he gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. You may choose a new target for that spell. Ooh. Interesting. That can be useful. Moonstone, Harsh Mistress. Flying, when you discard a card, you may exile that card from the graveyard. And if you do, until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Interesting. Dr. Samson, Super Psychiatrist. If you would put 1 or more creatures, or 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, put that many +1 of each kind of counter on that permanent instead. If you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, put that many +1. Put that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent instead. I'm confused. That confuses me. Anyway, a rare, Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic, Photographic Reflexes, cool. At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to 1 target creature on the battlefield or a creature card in the graveyard, except his name is Taskmaster, Legendary Mercenary, and he's becomes a copy, but it's still him. Interesting. The first pack we get is a double rare. The Sentry, Golden Guardian. Flying, Vigilance, Indestructible. When the Sentry enters, target opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 Black Horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and the Void attacks each combat if able. Fuck that. Get fucked. I hate that. Serpent Specialist, or foil. Death Touch, and Power Up. For 4 mana. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature. Okay. And I can only be activated once a turn. And that. And that for a token. Okay. Wolverine, what do you got? Oh, they got packs are difficult to open. Do I just need to cut them? Like a maniac? Probably. Alright. Crowd of True Believers. Tap and target creature you control that's attacking alone gets +1/+0 until the end of turn and you gain a life. Cool. Aim Scientists. When this creature enters, it connives. You draw a card and then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, you put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And Basic Land Cycling 2. Yeah, so yeah, for 2 mana, you discard this card, search your library for basic land. And then, yeah, put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. Okay, interesting. That's not bad. Land shuffling is pretty good, but for the... But you discard that card. I don't know. That's not that great. Anyway, Hour of Defeat. Yeah, okay, yeah, destroy target creature and surveil 1 for 4? I don't like it. Helicarrier Strike. Teamwork 2. Helicarrier Strike deals 2 damage to a target, to target attacking or blocking creature. If the spell was cast using Teamwork, it deals 4 damage to that creature instead. For 1? That's not... God damn. That's pretty good. Futurist Forge. And when this artifact enters, draw a card. And then for 4 mana, sacrifice this artifact and then draw 2 cards. Okay. Hire a crew. Create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. Then creatures you control get +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Okay. Meh. So. Undercover scroll. Why is it? Is it like Leave It to Beaver type shit? That's funny. Yeah, Undercover Scroll. As long as there are 2 or more creatures in your graveyard, this creature gets +2/+2, and is all creature types. Interesting. Oh, and tap it to add a mana of any color, so it's mana dork as well. That's great. That's cool. Super Speed. Flash. It's Flash, enchant creature. It is Flash. No, it's Quicksilver. When this war enters, enchanted creature gains first strike until end of turn. Enchanted creature gets 1 +1/+0 and has haste. Okay. Night Nurse, Healer of Hopes, or Healer of Heroes, not Hopes. I'm an idiot. Flash, Lifelink. When Night Nurse enters, choose target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn, and return it to your hand. Not terrible. Ooh, a good land. I like a good land. Villainous Hideout. It adds a waste. Yeah, it adds a waste, which basically any. Or add 1 mana of any color, and spend that to activate, or to cast only villain spells, or villain sorcery. Or get anything from a villain source. And 3 in tap, and target villain you can control connives. Actually, it's sorcery. Not bad. I'll put that over here because it's land. Tigra. Feline Fury. Flash, Trample. When you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Tigra. Okay. Super Scroll. God damn. So you can put them in a bunch of different decks. Okay, yeah, so yeah, Super Scroll flying. Yeah, for 2 and a white, I create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with Defender. For 3 and a forest, Super Scroll gets 4/4 until the end of the turn. 4 and a fire. Super Scroll deals 4 damage to target creature. 5 on an island. Target player draws 4 cards. Holy shit, we're playing Uno. We're out here playing fucking Uno in this shit. Anyway. Ronin. Shadow Stalker. Pay 2 life and add 2 mana of any color. Yeah, spend a mana only to cast equipment spells and activate equipment abilities. Activate only once a turn. Tap and sacrifice an equipment attached to Ronin. Target creature gets -4/4 until the end of turn. Ooh. That's like basically a kill. Ooh, Hell's Kitchen land. It enters tapped, but when it enters you gain a life, and it's black and red. Noise, I like that. Soldier. Ignore that. Alright, there we go. Finally got that one done. Open. Shit. Okay, Black Panther. Let's see if you give me any luck. Yeah, probably nothing that good. Right. Agents of Hydra. And when this creature dies, create a 2/1 black creature token with Menace. Okay, not bad. Oh, and multiply, it gets better. Okay. Shield Deployment Drone. Flying, when this creature enters, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Okay. Panther Pounce. Target player investigates. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains flying until the end of turn. Untap it. And to investigate, create a clue token. Okay, so you just... Oh. It's a clue token. Okay. That's all I needed to say, really. We say... We say the nay. We say the nay. Or something. I don't know how it's meant to be. Looks cool, though. Okay with that. Teamwork 2. And then counter target spell, unless its owner plays 2 mana. Counter that spell unless its controller is 4 mana. Unless it's, yeah, if it was teamwork. Okay, it's not bad. It's a halfway decent counter with options. Powerful Broker. Tap for each kind of counter on a target permanent or player. Give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. Ooh, activate as a sorcery. Okay, that could work with like poison counters or something. Stark Industries Executive. 2 and tap to create a treasure token. Okay. Flying. Or no, Dependable Quinjet. Has flying. Tap and add 1 mana of any color. And crew 4. It becomes an artifact creature. Don't know why you would want to do that, but whatever. Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper, Lethal Legionary. Or Legionnaire. Whenever Grim Reaper attacks, you may pay 4 mana. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking with a fatality token or counter on it. Okay. That's not awful. It's an active regenerated shit. Patriot Shield Wielder. Which I think that's Vision. I don't know. I'm an idiot. What do I know? 2 and tap. Another target creature you control gets 2/0, +2/+0. And gains hexproof until the end of the turn. Not terrible. Okay. Falcon's Wing Harness. When this equipment enters, attach it to a creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has flying, and ward 1. Ooh. And it's equipped for 3. Okay. Not terrible. Shield Helicarrier. Did I get one of these? Yeah, no, I don't think I did. Shield Helicarrier. Flying, when this vehicle enters, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens and crew 6. Weird. Secret Invasion. Ooh. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, exile up to 1 target creature other than the enchanted one until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature becomes a copy of that creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. Okay. Enchanted creature has ward 2. Interesting. So you have to replace somebody with a better version. That's kind of cool. I like that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's common though for the foil. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Nice, that's not bad. Hey, a Swampland. Foil. Since it's foil, you'll go over here. And a soldier card. Cool. My god, these I really don't want you to get into these. Don't worry, afraid. I don't think there's a dark magician in here. Ninja of the Hand. Cool. Death Touch and Power Up for 5. Each opponent discards a card and put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Okay. Decent enough. Wakandan Drone Flock. Ooh. Reminds me of a card from Duel Masters, which was like a fucking ripoff of Magic the Gathering anyway. Anyway, it has flying. When this creature enters, scry 2. Meh. Stolen Start Tech. Flash, and when this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay, can't be destroyed by anything that says destroy. And the equipped creature gets +1/+0, and it's a 1 to equip. That ain't bad. Call damage control. Features Forge. Machine Smith Automaton. Trample. And whenever another artifact you control enters, put +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Surveillance Room. Ooh, a land. When this land enters, Surveil 1. Tap in any 1 mana and tap in mana of any color. Okay, not bad. Any color. Falcon Winged Wonder. Flying. Avian Telepathy. Avian Telepathy. When Falcon enters, you create a Red Wing, a legendary 1/1 Bluebird Scout creature token with flying, and whenever Red Wing attacks, Surveil 1. Okay. So he's a twofer. Photon Blast Barrage. When you cast a spell, copy it X times. Ooh. You may choose new targets for the copies. Oh, okay. It's only 1 damage. Well, Huh. Target creature. Huh. That could be fucky. Get infinite mana. Which it's possible, so who knows. Masters of Evil. Other villains you control get +2/+1. And for 2 mana, discard this card, search the library for a planned card, reveal it, put it in your hand and shuffle. Meh. Not that great. Thor Odinson. Q. Flying, Vigilance, Prowess. Maybe you can. Oh, so it's double prowess? Interesting. Odd but interesting. Shield flying car. Okay, that's a little ridiculous. Reminds me of one of the cars from Power Rangers Turbo. And flash flying. When this vehicle enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next step. End step in crew 1. That's so dumb. Hero in training. And when this creature enters, draw a card. If you control another hero, you can 2 life. Fuck off. That is kind of shitty. All of a sudden, that fucking scene from Power Rangers Turbo, the show enters my brain. It's like, evil pizzas were no match for a simple stoplight. Like, what the fuck? Anyway. Project Deathlock Soldier. Return this card to your hand. From the return this card from your graveyard to your hand for 3 mana. Not bad. A 1, so that's 1 mana, so it's not terrible. Brave Brawler, Lifelink, power up, 5 mana, put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature. Not bad. Maybe. Ninja of the Hand. Knight of Wundagore. I have no idea. Trample. Whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Only once per turn. I am Iron Man. Until the end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with a base power and toughness of 4/4 and gains flying and draw a card. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think I could think of an idea for that. Kunlun Warrior. When this creature enters, you may discard, or you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Cool. Another surveillance room. Okay, not bad, not bad. Speedball, new warrior. Doc Samson. Black Widow, double agent. Death Touch, and whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains first strike and menace until the end of turn. Not bad. Wonder Man, Hollywood Hero. Flying, and each power-up ability of permanents you control can be activated an additional time. And he has power up for not much, for 7. Not awful. Heroic Feast. When this enchantment enters, create a food token. And whenever you gain life, choose up to that many creatures you control, put a +1/+1 counter on each of them. Ooh. Cool. Ooh, Killmonger. Scourge of Wakanda. Foil. When Killmonger enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent an opponent controls. As long as there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, Killmonger gets +2/+1. Nice. I kind of like that. Ooh, full art planes. It's Captain. I was supposed to say Captain Hero. Totally wrong franchise. No, it's Captain America inside a mall, having a little brat. It's taking pictures. That's cute. Put that over here. I like full art lands. I think they're neat. Okay. Anything good here? No. Hydra Infiltrator. When this enchantment enters, target opponent discards 2 cards. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, target creature loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. Hero in Training. Bold Biochemist. Power up for 6. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature and draw 2 cards. Not bad. Anyway, Lightning Strike for deals 3 damage to any creature or any target. Ooh, I hate that. Rip that. Supers. Where's my supers? Why do you need to know? Why do they have to make this card? I don't know. Hey, Flash. I want this. Now they need to team up with Incredibles. They have to do an Incredibles secret lair or some bullshit. I don't know. When this enchantment enters, attach it to target creature you control. Untap that creature. Ooh, okay. It gets +1/+2. Nice. Undercover Scroll. Volcanic Villain. Haste and power up for 6. 2 +1/+1 counters. Pim Particles. Target creature gains vigilance until the end of turn. Can't be blocked this turn. And can. Vigilance and can't be blocked. Ooh. And draw a card. Ooh. Ooh. For 1 mana? Ooh. Misty Knight, Hero for Hire. 2 and tap, discard a card. Draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. Does Million count as discarded? If so, that could work. Ghost, the Spectral Saboteur. Flash, Intangible. Intangibility, Ghost can't be blocked. Damn. That's kind of interesting. Ghost can't be blocked. White Widow, Free Agent. When White Widow enters, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on on each of up to 2 target creatures, or return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh, okay. Baron Helmut Zemo. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, discard Knives. And he has Boast. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more mana symbols among them. Yeah, among their mana cost. Copy those exiled cards. You may cast them. You may cast up to 3 copies. Okay, without paying their mana cost. Ooh, that's a fuck you of a card right there. Gorilla. That's a little dumb. Gorilla, but whatever. Reach and sacrifice this creature. Destroy target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Activate only as a sorcery. Funny. And they're like, ooh, Avengers Hanger. Enters tapped, gain life, and it's a white and blue. Hell yeah. Red Wing. Ain't cool. Okay. Let's hope we get something actually good. Is it weird that these cards kind of feel different? Like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, Atlantis attacks. Brave Brawler. Hydra Infiltrator. I'm pretty sure. When this enchantment enters, target opponent discards 2 cards. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, opponent loses 1 life, and I gain life. Cool. Go Nuts. Squirrel Girl and shit. Teamwork 3. Choose one or both of Teamwork. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Target creature you control fights target creature your opponent controls. Ooh, free fight card. Just to get shit over with. Blazing Crescendo. Target creature gets +3/+1 until the end of turn. Exile the top card of your library and exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Cool. Undercover Scroll. Herbie Scout Unit. Flying. When this creature enters, draw a card. Then you may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Tapped. Ooh. Get 2 lands for that. Not bad, technically. Swordsman's Sharp Scoundrel. Whenever another villain you control enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to target creature you control. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, it connives. Cool. Hulkling, Burgeoning Bruiser. Vigilance. When another creature you control enters, if it has a greater power or toughness than Hulkling, put a +1/+1 counter on Hulkling. Just gets stronger if he's the weaker one. Iron Fist. Iron Fist, Living Weapon. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, Iron Fist gains tap, and Iron Fist deals damage equal to his power to another target creature until the end of turn. Whenever you cast this targets a creature you control. Ooh. That ain't bad. Ooh. Okay, Bullseye Death Dealer. Now, whenever Bullseye enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. When you do, Bullseye deals 2 damage to any target. 3 mana and tap, sacrifice an artifact, or discard a non-land card, and he does damage to them. Okay, so you can do that multiple times. Cool. Put you over here. Hawkeye, Master Marksman. First Strike and Reach. Trick Arrows. Whenever a Hawkeye becomes tapped, you may pay 1 up to 3 times. When you do, choose up to that many. Net Explosive and Boomerang. Target creature can't block this turn. Hawkeye deals 2 damage to a target player and discard a card, then draw a card. It's crazy. Solar Star Tech. And another foil swamp, which is kind of cool. I like the swamps. It is my swamp. Oh god, come on, you cunts. Is the union affecting the fucking way the cards are packed now? Jesus Christ. Okay. It just attacks. Take up the shield. Put 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains lifelink and indestructible until the end of turn. Cool. Vision's ability. This creature costs 1 less to cast if you control a villain. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Not terrible. Pet Avengers. Reach, power up for 7, put +1/+1 counter on this creature, and create a 3/2 white hero creature token with vigilance. Cute. Little Thor frog with all the entire getup. That's cute. Stark Industries executive. Where's my super suit? Powerful broker. Ghost Spectral Saboteur. Khazar of the Savage Land. I think that's how you pronounce that. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands from the top of your library. Ooh. When Khazar enters, create Zabu, a legendary 2/2 green cat creature token with landfall. Whenever land enters, put +1/+1 counter on Zabu. Ooh, damn. I hate that. Ronin Shadow Stalker. Yeah, got that one already. Construct a Cosmic Cube. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 7th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, control target. When you do, you control target opponent during their next. You control them during their next turn. Can you make them succeed the duel? Can you make them quit the duel? Or the match? I say duel like I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Can you just make them quit? You see all the cards the player could see and make all decisions for them. Can you make them quit? Oh my god. That would be fucking amazing. I would love that card. Dude, I'd run that shit. If I could make them be like, I quit. Oh my god, that'd be so dumb. Avengers Disassembled. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Avengers Disassembled. Choose one or both. This card deals 3 damage to a target creature and destroy a target land. Its controller may search its library for a basic land, put it back on the field tapped, and then shuffle. So you're just making them go down a land. Interesting. You're taking a land out of their deck, basically. That's an idea. Hydraulic Helper. Defender. Tap and add blue mana, and this mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. Okay. Can't be cast to use a non-artifact. Double negatives. It's confusing my brain. Kingpin's Enforcers. Lifelink. For 3, sacrifice an artifact or creature and draw a card. Okay. Take up the shield. Hand of the Ninja of the Hand, sorry. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was an okay show. When a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Powerful Broker. Hydraulic. I literally just got the foil of that. Super Speed. Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. Lifelink. When you put one or more +1/+1 counters on one or more other heroes you control, create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with Defender. Falcon Winged Wonder. Claw, Sonic Subjugator. Sonic attack. When Claw enters, target player reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to 1 plus the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You choose one of them and the player discards that card. Damn. Killmonger. Killmonger. I already got that. Scourge of Wakanda. Yeah, I already got that. Ooh, our first mythic. Multiversal Incursion. For each non-token creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it isn't legendary. And since that's mythic, go ahead and your sleeve for it. Aim Synthoids, we've already gotten one of those. Oh, and another full art planes. Ah, and with a scroll, 2 scroll, cap, dude, I forgot his name already. Void. Interesting. Alright. Okay, Panther Pounce. Pretty sure I already got that one. Cruel Alliance. Teamwork 2. Exile target creature with mana value 3 or less. If the spell was cast using Teamwork, exile it. And exile it. Instead, exile it and gain 3 life. Okay. Got that. Aim Scientists. Repulsor Blast. Teamwork 2, and Repulsor Blast deals 5 damage to target creature. If this it also deals 2 damage to the creature's controller. Okay, not bad. Serpent Specialist. Death. Oh yeah, already got one. Blazing Crescendo. Dependable Quinjet. Yeah, I got that one already. Quake, Agent of Shield. Seismic Takedown. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, tap target creature or land. Okay. Not one you control, just target. War Machine, Legacy of Iron. Flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets plus X plus 0 until the end of turn, where plus X is War Machine's power. Interesting. Okay. Justice. Vance Astrovic. Right? I don't know. Flying. When Justice enters, return up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. Whenever another non-land permanent you control is returned to its owner's hand, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. She-Hulk, Jade Defender. Reach, Trample, power up for 6. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, +1 counter on her. Cool. Doctor Doom. Ooh, Doctor Doom for another mythical. That's pretty cool. Whenever when Doctor Doom enters, create 2 2 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact creature or a plan, Doctor Doom has indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose a life. Okay. Another mythic. Get that in there. Wiccan, Rising Magician. Flying, when you cast a non-creature spell, exile another target land, or another target non-land, non-token permanent. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next end step. Interesting. Pim Technologies for a land. Interesting. Cool. Enters tapped, you gain a life. It's green and blue. Random ass. Worthless hero. I hate these packs. Okay, Shield Deployment Drone. Stolen Stark Tech. Crowd of True Believers. Savage Land Dinosaur. Trampling and Basic Land Cycling for 2. Okay. Repulsor Blast. Super Strength. Enchant Creature. An enchanted creature gets +4/+4. It has Trample and Ward. Ooh. See, Hulk strong. Strong and serious. Oh, Hulk. Ultron drone. Power up. Power up. 6. For 6 mana. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature and create a 2/2 colorless robot villain creature token. Human Torch, Headshotty Storm, flying when you draw a card. If you control another hero, Human Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. Power up for 7. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on Human Torch. Okay. Colleen Wing, Street Samurai. Let me try it again. Colleen Wing, Street Samurai. Better. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Colleen Wing. Scry 1. Okay. Reptile Dinomorpher. Brachiosaurus. Or Brontosaurus. For 3, until the end of turn, Reptile becomes a dinosaur hero with a base power of 3/5. Power and toughness 3/5, and vigilance and reach. Tyrannosaurus Rex mode for 6. All that, and he becomes that was 6/6 and trample. Interesting. Very interesting. Weird, but I don't know. No, he could get play. He seems like a late game surprise. That'd be kind of funny. Like you just get that out there, 7 mana, and you got a 6/6 with trample, and you're kind of fucked if you can get haste on it. Ant-Man Colony Commander. Whenever Ant-Man attacks, you may pay 1. When you do, put a +1 counter on a target creature. Whenever you put a +1 counter on a creature, you create a 1/1 green insect creature token. Oh my god, it's a Rex Weevil deck. The Mighty Thor, Jane Foster. Hey, female Thor. Cool. I was kind of wanting to get her for some reason. Not that I was ever going to use her, but I think she's cool. Flying, and whenever the Mighty Thor attacks, exile up to 1 target non-token artifact or creature. Then return that card to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Under its owner's control. Whenever an equipment you control enters, draw a card. Nice. Wakandan Royal Guard. Oh my god, the shield. Oh, that looks really good. The foil looks really good with the shields on that. Vigilance. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that creature is another hero, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it instead. Cool. Ooh, a full art swap. Me really likey. I love me some full art swaps. Love them so much. I'm a fucking sucker for full art swaps. I really am. Helicarrier Strike. Yeah, I've seen that one already. Widow's Bite. I think I got that one. Bold Biochemist. Depower. And the spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. It gets -4, -0 until the end of turn. Draw a card. Not bad. Not bad. Super Speed. Gorilla. Aim Synthoids. Mr. Hyde, Monster Within. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on this card, or remove a counter from a creature you control, and if you do, draw a card. Rewrite History. Whenever one or more creatures you control become tapped, draw a card and discard a card and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, return 2 target instant or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh, that ain't bad. Political Triumph. For white, get fucked. Fisk. Yeah, fuck that. It's not white. That's weird. Well, I mean, he is very white and everything, but, like, come on. That's not white behavior. Whenever a creature you control enters, scry 1 and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th one is on here, sacrifice it, draw a card, and put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Ooh. Now, that's a good mythic. 3 steps ahead. It's instant spree. Ooh. Okay. So, in addition to its cost, for 2, counter a spell. For 3 mana, create a token of the copy of a target artifact or creature you control. And for 2 normal mana, draw 2 cards and discard a card. Ooh. That's a good one. Let's get that sleeved up. Hell yeah. Might keep that one. Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. And then a rare behind that one. Captain America Wings of Freedom. Flying for strike, ward 1. Whenever Captain America enters, each other hero you control gets +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is this card's toughness. Nice. Frozen in ice. Enchant target creature opens or enters, tap it, and it loses all abilities and can't be untapped. Okay, I like that. That's a good fuck you. Stark Industries. Okay, taps, comes in taps, it gives you a plus life. It is red and blue. Wall. Oh yeah, 3 steps ahead. It's good. 3 mythics so far. Not awful. Not awful indeed. It's weird that the cards do feel different, but I guess they, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Agents of Atlas. Yeah. Prowess. Hour of Defeat. Agents of Shield. Atlantean Cavalry. Vigilance. And whenever you draw your second card each turn, put +1 counter on this creature. Meh. Okay. Restorative Technique. Target player gains 2 life and searches their deck for a basic land, goes into the field tapped, shuffles, and they put a +1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Meh, okay. Hydra Assault Bot. Whenever another villain and or artifact you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. Okay. Herbie. Hex Magic. Exile all cards from your hand and then draw that many cards. Until the end of the turn, you may play cards exiled this way. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Dark Deed. Now it gets a -4/-4. Ooh, it's pretty decent. Until the end of the turn. It's a pretty good. I can kill just about most things. Or kill a good amount of things. As long as you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on Beast this turn. You have Beast, Erudite, Aerialist. He has Flying. And whenever a Beast deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay, cool. The Astonishing Ant-Man. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on the Astonishing Ant-Man. For 3 mana. And tap and remove any number of counters from this card and create that many 1/1 instant creature tokens. Cool. And another rare. Avengers Under Siege. So yeah, good saga. Create 2 +1 or 2/1 black villain creature tokens from menace. This saga deals 2 damage to each non-creature token or each non-creature or non-villain creature and each opponent. And you create a treasure token for each villain you control. Interesting. That could be useful. And then Repulsor Blast. Mountain. Villain card. Villain token. Cruel Alliance. Helicarrier Strike. Agents of Hydra. Atlantean Cavalry. Hulk Smash. Teamwork 4. And then 1 or both of Teamwork. Destroy target creature or destroy target non-creature artifact. And creature or target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Not bad. Okay. Gorilla. Vibranium energy daggers. Indestructible. Uh, equipped creature gets +2/+2 and equipped 3. Not bad, not bad. Death to our enemies. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a tapped treasure token and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the fourth one is on this, sacrifice it. It does 7 damage divided amongst 1 to 2 targets. Not bad at all. It's pretty good. It's a good wait and see kind of thing. Robot Domination. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you draw a card, lose 1 life, and put a playing counter on this. When the third one is on this, sacrifice it, create 3/2/2 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens. Okay. Spider-Man to the rescue. Flash, Vigilance, Reach. No one dies. I doubt it. When Spider-Man enters, you may tap him. Okay. When you do, another target non-attacking creature you control gains indestructible until the end of turn. That's interesting. Ooh. Our rare is a land. Gleaming Bastion. Okay. Yeah, you can only tap it for white or blue if you already have a plane or land. Or plane or island. That ain't bad. I like that. And it taps for a no roll. Whatever. Waste. If you don't have that. Anyway, the Wondrous Wasp. Flash Flying. Wasp Sting. When the Wondrous Wasp enters, target up to one... tap up to 1 target creature. It loses all abilities for as long as Wondrous Wasp remains on the battlefield. Well, you gotta get her the fuck off. Iron Fist, Living Weapon. Already got one of him. Ooh, and another fucking good land. A white and black. Enters tapped. Gain a life. Fisk Tower. Not Fisk's. Fisk Tower. Very specific. Ugh, God. They don't make these easy. Okay, fine. No, let me dicks about it. There better not be a dark magician in here. There he is, I wouldn't be very confused. Hey, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Cruel Alliance. Murdoch's Crusade. Ooh, I like that. It's all Matrixy. But teamwork for 4 and 1 or both. Street Justice and Legal Justice. Exile target creature with 4 toughness or greater. Toughness 4 or greater. And exile enchantment with mana 4 or greater. Okay. It's a good cheat removal. Repulsor Beam. Wakandan Royal Guard. We say the nay. Vibranium Energy Daggers. Iron Man Master's Machines. Flying Vigilance. Iron Man gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. And whenever Iron Man attacks, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Not bad. Whiplash, Vengeful Engineer. Whiplash enters tapped, and when he attacks, if he's equipped, each opponent loses X life, and I gain X life, where X is the number of equipments. Okay, not bad. Claim the Kingdom. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control, and a plan counter on this enchantment. And when there's 4 on here, sacrifice it. And when you do, put an indestructible counter on a target creature you control. Okay. Captain America, Living Legend. Vigilance. Whenever a creature you control becomes tapped during your turn, if it's the first time that creature has been tapped this turn, untap it. Ooh. That ain't right. Scientist Supreme of Aim. Pay 2 life and create a copy. Pay 2 life, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for that copy. Activate only during your turn and only once per turn. Okay, not bad. Ooh. Ooh, a foil rare too. Miss Marvel Kamala Khan. Even at a foil, she's probably not even worth that much, I'll be honest. Not that I care about the price, but it's like, you know, she's probably not worth much. Anyway, Vigilance, Reach, no maximum hand size, which is cool. Embiggen Fists, which is an odd one. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. Until the end of the turn, Miss Marvel gains Miss Marvel's. Miss Marvel's base power is equal to the number of cards in your hand. You know, I know it's. I actually really like the way the blue really like shines on this. The way it just looks, it's actually kind of cool. It's not a mythic, but I'm gonna sleeve it like a mythic. And our land is blue and green. Enters tap to gain a life. Soldier. Ah, my back hurts. Ah, god damn it. These packs are so impossible to just open. Did I open them from the seed? God damn. These fucking, what the hell? Holy shit. That sucked. Anyway, Kingpin's Enforcers, lifelink, and then for 3, sacrifice an artifact or creature and draw a card. Hero in Training, giant sized flying ant. Flash flying when this creature enters, choose one. Tap a target, non-land permanent, or untap a target non-land permanent. Okay. Huh. Volcanic Villain. Make sure I got one of those. Restorative Technique. You gain 2 life. Yeah, target player gains 2 life, then searches their library for a basic land. Puts it in the battlefield, tap the shuffles, and then put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Vision of Love. You may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Okay. Ultron Drone. Jessica Jones, Private Eye. Like that show. Tap, you put a stun counter on Jessica. Exile the top card, or exile top X cards of your library where X is the number, or is Jessica's power. And you may play those cards this turn. Okay. Interesting. Atuma, Atlantean Warlord. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1. And when one or more merfolk you control attacks a player, draw a card. Viv Vision, Teenage Synthoid. Flying Cybernetic Senses. Whenever Viv Vision attacks, draw a card if her power is 4 or greater. Power up for 7. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on her to make her that what she needs. Okay. Mockingbird, Ace Agent. Double Strike. And whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Mockingbird. A rare land, Castle Doom. It's a normal, 1 mana of any color for spend it on an artifact. And for 3 in tap, sacrifice an artifact and create a 3/3 colorless robot villain creature artifact to Doombot. Ah! Rapid Rescue. Mill 2 cards, and you may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand, and you gain 2 life. Not bad. Okay. Not bad at all. Motherfucker. I don't want you getting into these. Frozen in Ice. Raft Security Officer. Roxxon Brutes. Menace. And when you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Basic land cycling for 2. Stark Industry Executive, Rapid Rescue, Futurist Forge, Kunlun Warrior, Rick Jones, Destined Sidekick. For 3 and tap, mill 4 cards, and you may put a hero or enchantment card from among them into your hand. He has a sidekick. Grim Reaper again. Night Nurse again. Ooh, Madam Hydra. I know she's not a rare, but I like that kind of shit, so I'm gonna sleeve it right now. And whenever you cast a villain spell, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. I like that. That's cool. Scarlet Witch is a rare. Okay. Instant and sorcery spells you cast with a mana value 4 or greater cost X less to cast for X's. And Scarlet Witch's power. Damn. That's a little good. Atuma, Atlantean Warlord again. AIM Labs. Enters tapped. Ooh, I can use that. A gain a life, and it's a blue-black. Use to represent a double-faced card. Oh, that's cool. These are kind of rare. In an odd way. I'm not gonna ever use it. Probably. Okay. Okay, Unliving Legionnaire. Flying and power up for 7. Return up to 1 target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature. That's Matt. Frozen in Ice. Shield Spike It. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, untap it. Scry 1. Huh. Interesting. Condon Royal Guard. Gorilla. Lightning Strike. Aerial Doombot. I don't think I had this one. Flying. Oh, it's a 1. That's okay. Flying and power up for 6. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on this creature. Meh. Speed, Young Avenger. Haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 1 mana. If you do, target creature with haste can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. Too evil to stay dead. Teamwork 4. And choose target creature in your graveyard with a mana value of 4 or less. If the spell was cast using teamwork, instead target creature card in your graveyard and return that. Any creature and then return it. Okay. That's not that great. That's I'm trying to do math. It's 4, 5. That's a 7. It's a 7 reanimate. That's terrible. That's actually horrible. Agent 13, Shannon Carter. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, investigates. Not that great. Okay. I'll sleeve that one too. The Thing, Ben Grimm. Trample. And when one or more heroes you control deals damage, but +2 +1/+1 counters on the Thing. Yeah, so here's the Thing. I can say that now. The Vision, Flying and Vigilance. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that you haven't chosen this turn. Ooh, you can do this twice. And you got Solar Beam, Destiny, Control, and Technopath. Vision gains double strike until end of turn. It gains indestructible to end of turn, or you can draw a card. Nice. Hercules, Prince of Power. Power up for 5. Put +1/+1 counter on him. Gets Vigilance, Indestructible, and Haste until the end of turn. Okay. Ooh. Full Art Mountain. Nice. I like me some full arts. really like me some full arts. Okay. Brave Brawler. Unliving Legionnaire. Shield Deployment Drone. Ant-Man's Army. When this creature enters, create a food token or a treasure token. Okay. Volcanic Villain. Call damage control. Ooh. And that's a common? And that's a common. You got me fucked up. I'll make a common look this nice. I'll put that in the sleeve. Hell yeah, I like that. Falcon's Wing Harness. Hulkling. Loki Laufeyson. I hope I didn't say that right. 1 in tap. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with a mana value less than or equal to Loki's power this turn, copy it, and you may choose a new target for it. And you can power him up, put +2/+1, +1 counters on him. Absorbing Man for a rare. Vigilance. At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Absorbing Man becomes a copy of up to one artifact, non-aura, enchantment, or land. Except his name is Absorbing Man. He's a legendary and all that, and he has all other types. Or he has human villain in addition to those types, and it has vigilance and all that. Yeah, okay, but yeah, whatever. The Kingpin of Crime. Ooh, extort. Whenever you cast a spell, you may pay a white or black, and if you do, your opponent loses 1 life, and I gain that much life. I didn't say gain that much life. Why not just 1? That's a weird way of putting it. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life, and if you do until the end of turn, creatures you control with a toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. Okay. Futurist Forge. I don't know what that means. That means you go off defense instead of attack? Because I don't get it. Anyway. There we go. Yeah, Red Room Recruit. When this creature enters, it connives. Okay. Wakandan Drone Flock. Decoy Ploy. Choose one or both. Return target villain card from the graveyard to your hand, and return a hero from the graveyard to your hand. Okay. Knight of Wadangor. Wundagore, whatever. Hire a crew. Head Avengers. Vibranium Energy Daggers. Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richard. Reach, and whenever one or more tokens you control enters, you draw a card. Captain Marvel, Spaceborne. Flying, Vigilance, Cosmic Awareness. As long as an opponent has cast a spell this turn, you may cast spells as though they had flash. Okay. Ooh, a land, Avengers Tower land. Tap for a waste. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, spend it to cast hero spells, or activate anything from a hero source. 4 in tap. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a hero card from among them and put them in your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. Okay, it's not the worst. Wonder Man, Hollywood Hero. Wolverine, Fierce Fighter. Haste, when Wolverine enters, he fights up to 1 other target creature, and if damage would be dealt to Wolverine, that damage is dealt, but all other damage already dealt to him is healed. Crazy. Savage Land Dinosaur, Foil Land, a Leviathan, that's weird. Okay. Next pack. Web up. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent in opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Red Room Recruits, Atlantean Cavalry, Rapid Rescue, Crimson Operative, Dependable Quinjet, Red Hulk. Reach Trample and Enrage. Whenever Red Hulk is dealt damage, with a +1/+1 counter on him. When you do, he deals damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on him to other target. Nice, actually. Shuri, Wakandan Inventor. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And for 1 and tap, the target artifact you control becomes a copy of a second target artifact you control until the end of the turn, except it isn't a legendary. Interesting. And then Madam Hydra. Didn't I get... Yeah. I got Madam Hydra, but better. So... Khazar. Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin. Vigilance, Menace. Winter Soldier gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to him. And for 5, return this card from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on him. And he gets just exiled. Okay, yeah. And then you may attach an equipment you control to him. Okay, not bad. Machine Smith Automaton. Fisk Tower again. Soldier. Not bad, I guess. Okay. Okay, Murdoch's Crusade. Project Deathlock Soldier. Burrow Backup. Create 2 3/2 white hero creature tokens with vigilance and basic land cycling. Aerial Doombot, not bad. Hydra Assault Robot. Serpent Specialist. Surveillance Room again, I think. Yeah, I think I got one of these already. Wiccan Rising Magician. Flying, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile another target non-land, non-token permanent. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Bullseye Death Dealer. Yeah, I think I already got one of him. Agent Maria Hill. Whenever Agent Maria Hill becomes tapped to pay a teamwork cost, a +1/+1 counter on her and draw a card. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that's going to be overpowered. Hawkeye Young Avenger. Reach, and if source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, instead deal that much damage plus X, where X is this card's power. Okay. Leader, Super Genius. If a creature you control would connive, instead, you draw a card, then that creature connives. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, target creature you control connives. Okay, interesting. Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. Flash, whenever a villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. That creature is a hero. In addition to its other types. Not bad. And it's a foil one. Ooh, and here's a foil land. Red and green. Interesting. I could potentially use that. And again, enters tapped and you gain a life. Could use that in the future. For a Witherbloom style deck. Or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Giant size flying ant, web up, agents of Hydra, burrow back up, depower, vision of love, rapid rescue, Hulk Gamma Goliath, reach trample, Power-up abilities of other creatures you control cost 3 less to activate. Power up for 8. Put 5 +1/+1 counters on Hulk. God damn, okay. If that's not bad enough. Iron Lad, Diverging Destiny. Flying Vigilance. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. And tap and reveal the top card of your library. If it's an artifact, draw a card. Terrible. Shield Helicarrier. Arnon Zola Biofanatic. Whenever. No. Biofanatic. 3 and tap. Target a tapped 2/1 black villain creature token. You create that with menace. Activate only if there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard. And I'm gonna absolutely sleeve you. Captain America Wings of Freedom. Did I already get one of these? Flying First Strike, Board 1. When Captain America attacks, each of the hero you control gets X+X+X until the end of turn, where X is this card's toughness. That's getting a sleeve immediately. As if all the others aren't getting sleeves, but still. This is just immediate. Because I like the way it looks, and the cool cards get fucking kept like that. Anyway, that's a foil of the Vibranium Energy Dagger. It goes, ooh, forest. I mean, my camera doesn't pick up all the detail. It's an Elgato face cam, but you know, Galactus. That's a token? Get fucked. How is that a token? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, we're down to 7 packs. Come on, Mythics. I want more than just 3. Okay, bro. Back up. My back is hurting, so that's why I'm being dumb here. Bold Biochemist. Actually, since my back is hurting, I don't think I'm just gonna read I'm not gonna read the text anymore. I'm just gonna read the names because my back really is actually fucking hurting right now. Project Deathlock Soldier, Wakandan Drone Flock, Savage Land Dinosaur, Kree Sentinel, Aerial Doombot, Baxter Building. Okay, that over here. Pim Particles, Kang Temporal Tyrant, Evil's Thrall, Ares God of War, wrong game, Crowd of True Believers, Foil Plains. I know I usually read everything, but my back, I have lumbar radiculopathy, so my back is just kind of fucked to begin with, guys. So just fucking forgive me. Stolen Stark Tech. AIM Scientists. Hero in Training. Decoy Ploy. Hire a Crew. Hydraulic Helper. Giant Growth, Kree Sentinel, Atuma Atlantean Warlord, Killmonger, Red Guardian, Super Soldier, ooh, Thanos Mad Titan. That's a mythic, hell yeah. I mean, it's not the best version, but that's a version. Hell yeah, Thanos. Fuck yeah, baby. Colleen Wing, Street Samurai. Asgardian Citadel. And I had a feeling it'd be one of those. Come on, Mythics. I'll suck a dick for a Mythic. I'll suck a dick for a double Mythic pack. That'd be funny. Visions of Villainy. Kree Commandos, Trickster Stratagem, Roxxon Brutes. Machine Smith Automaton. Ant-Man's Army. Hawkeye's Bow. Oh, it's a one-piece recurve bow. That's kind of nice. I Am Iron Man. Reptile, Dinomorpher. Robot Domination. Truck Toss. Tony Stark. Oh, it's another mythic too. Tony Stark, Iron Man, and the Invincible Iron Man. Noise. That's not bad at all. So we did get not foil, but who cares? Got Tony Stark. That ain't bad at all, actually. That's nice. That's nice. Hell yeah. Red Room Recruit. Fisk Tower and foil. Noise. Hero. That's 2. If I can get another mythic in here, that would be a hat trick. Yeah, that's what that'd be. Hat trick. Can we get a hat trick? Hydra Infiltrator, or Hydra Infiltration. Shield Spy Kit. Trickster's Stratagem. Okay. Ant-Man's Army. Hydra's Assault Robot. Giant Growth. Hawkeye's Bow. Captain Marvel Spaceborne. Madame Mask. Echo Perceptive Prodigy. Team Tactics. Ironheart Clever Champion. Heroic. Geez, the centering on this is atrocious already. Holy shit. Like, yeah, the centering is just plain bad. That wouldn't get a PSA anything. Anyway, Heroic Feast. Biernan Zana Plaza? What the fuck? Bruh. I can't speak that. I have no idea what that is. Alright. Last 3 packs. Let's see how they do. And then I can rest because my back is hurting. Hyperdox Crusade. Hydra Troopers. Panther Pounce. Go Nuts. Pre-Sentinel. We say the Nay. Hulk Smash. Even though it's a common, that's going to get put into a thing. That's just cool. Hulk Smash. Hell yeah. Black Panther Vanguard. Stature Scheischer. Fucking Sean Connery. Mr. Hyde, A Monster Within. Bullseye, Death Dealer. Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. Yellow Jacket, Heartless Murderer. Or Heartless Marauder. Well, what's the difference? Stark Industries Land. Hell. All the rares are falling. Don't worry, you're good, you're good. There we go. Alright. Decoy Ploy. Raft Security Officer. Hydra Troopers. Hydraulic Helper. Super Strength. Hulk Smash again. Savage Land Dinosaur. Abomination Terrifying Titan. Baron Strucker Hydra Overlord. Okoye? Dora Milaje Leader. Huh? I don't know how to pronounce any of that. I'm a fake Marvel fan, apparently. Super Intelligence. Krang the Conqueror, that's another mythic. Krang the Conqueror. Not bad. Hire a crew. Ooh, that's a nice full art swamp. In the sewers. I like that one. Hell yeah. And this is the final pack for the night. Unfortunately. So what did we get? Kree Commandos. Hour of Defeat. Giant Size Flying Ants. Restorative Technique. Where's my Super Soup? Kunlun Warrior. Herbie. Madam Mask. White Tiger Ava Ayala. Madam Hydra. Gathering Place. Ooh, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Hey, that's actually one people want. Fuck yeah, bitch. And then Stature Shifter. And then Los Diablos Military Missile Base. Hell yeah. I think that was actually pretty decent. You know, that's everything. Unfortunately. Wish there was more to open. But, hey, that's what you get when you're poor. You don't get many opportunities to do things like this, so I take them when I can. But let's see. Let's separate our mythics. Those are the ones people care for the most. So we got a decent amount. Yeah, for our mythics, we only got 6. But that's pretty decent. 5 is like the average, and I've gotten 8 a couple times before, so I'm not complaining. And we went 3 steps ahead, Doctor Doom, Multiverse Incursion, Thanos, Tony Stark, and Kang the Conqueror. Thanos is going to be probably the good one. I could probably leverage a lot of trade value out of this. I can leverage a lot of trade value out of all of these, except for 3 steps ahead. I'm keeping that one. I might keep Tony. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. If you reveal an artifact, maybe we'll see. But I'm definitely keeping 3 steps ahead. That one's kind of cool. Gives you options. But yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, there's those, and then the ones I thought were cool: Hulk Smash, Captain America, Wings of Freedom, Arnim Zola, weird one. Blazing Crescendo, even though it's common, it's kind of cool looking. Madam Hydra. Foil rare Miss Marvel, which is nice. And here's the thing. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get like an actual like good top loader for this, and I'm going to just be like, and here's the thing. And that's just all this is going to be for. It's going to be stupid like that. But yeah, but that's it. So that was a decent box. I'm not going to complain. That was a pretty good box. So now I'm going to have the fun of sorting all this out and putting it all away. And then getting it all scanned and added to my collection on fucking Moxfield and all that. So this is going to be fun. Just to make sure every card I have is up to date. Anyway, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll put these up here like this, so y'all can actually see them. And then yeah, like that. So you can look them up if you wanted to. But yeah, that's our good haul. Well, I say good. That's our mythic haul. So that's not terrible. I like that. I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. But yeah, that'll be it for the night, guys. Thanks for watching. So take it easy. Hopefully y'all can open better boxes than I can with this shit. But hey, got a Thanos Mad Titan. That's actually not terrible. So that's something. No Infinity Stone. But oh well. Not trying for that. Not really. It would be great trade value, but what do I care? Anyway. But take it easy, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stay golden. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.